Hello everyone, it's Finance Eddie, and boy, do I have news for you today. We see something very, very worrying in the charts. But before I show you everything about Bitcoin today in the charts, I'm going to tell you guys about some fundamental news that you need to be aware of. So let's talk about Bitcoin's over-the-counter markets. What's an over-the-counter market? Well, usually when you want to buy something, you go to exchange, either a stock exchange or a cryptocurrency exchange, and there you can just kind of click a button and buy it. But let's say you want to buy billions and billions and billions of something. Well, because of the high quantities, it actually makes more sense to go to an over-the-counter market. And what that is just basically anyone who doesn't want to list their shares or trade over an exchange for whatever reason. There could be many. Maybe it's not eligible to be listed on the exchange. Maybe they just want to get a better price for their stuff and they're not willing to pay the exchange fee. Well, there's all kinds of networks where people can do that without the exchanges themselves. And usually this is very high quantities that you would need to buy in order to make an over-the-counter trade. But what you need to know is that generally those fees are ranging between 2 and 3% for Bitcoin. And in the past couple of weeks, that fee has gone down by 80% to now below 0.5%. So what does that mean? Well, the only reason that these people who are making these over-the-counter trades on behalf of companies would drop their fees is because they're unable to find any supply of Bitcoin on these over-the-counter markets. And that means that the supply of Bitcoin is totally drying up, and the only way that they're able to get more is to actually decrease their fees by 80%. So right now, if you are selling your Bitcoin, you are literally selling it to these people on the over-the-counter markets who are buying on behalf of these billion, trillion-dollar companies. I'm not going to participate in that. I'd rather be on the side of those companies than the side of everyone else. So now that we've got the fundamental news out of the way, let's get right into the charts. So this rising wedge right here is what has me worried. If we see here, this wedge started all the way back in the 15th of December. We have one touch point, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and now 8 with a breakdown on this bottom trend line. And we finally recently got the third touch point. So 1, 2, this was a little fake out, 3 touch points on the top to make this pattern actually correct. Now, one thing to note here is that I have this on the log scale. That's going to be important in a second, so please remember that. So as you can see, this is a very, very long pattern with a lot of confirmation points on the bottom and now enough on the top. So the bottom one is where we need to be careful. And as we see, unfortunately, we are starting to break down. And guys, if you want a really short-term pattern, well, look at what we have here. We have an M pattern forming. Unfortunately, as we know, M patterns are bearish patterns. And if I were to take for you a price target from the top of the pattern, well, unfortunately, if this were to break down here, let me grab the brush again, break down here, touch, confirm, and break below the previous resistance point, well, we would be going all the way down to, what is this? $45,300 US for Bitcoin. And we're currently at 54,400. But why do I say it's not the time to worry? Well, look down here at the volume, guys. We have absolutely no volume coming in compared to other times along this chart. If I zoom out even more, you can see that the volume down here is almost at an all-time local low, right? Here we had way more volume. And as you see, every time we had a big spike, there was a bunch of volume coming in here, 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 here. This is low volume. It means that the market isn't really supporting this, and this is just a small, probably, hopefully, temporary dip, and most likely, because the fundamentals are so strong, I reckon this is most likely, let me change the color here to orange, going to be a fake out where we break down, we go back up, and we go back into this pattern. And as if I extend this out, we still have approximately until the 7th of April for this wedge to actually finish and get a confirmed breakout. So, like I said, guys, let me just remove a bunch of this stuff. So, like I said, we do have this M pattern forming, and this is scary, but look, we don't have volume coming in, and additionally, we also have not gone back to test this wedge and come back to come below the previous resistance point, which is currently right here. So we don't have a confirmation of the breakout, and we don't have volume. That means that hopefully the highest likelihood is that this pattern actually does not manifest, because going back down to about 45,000 Bitcoin would be very, very sad. Now that said, this is on the log chart, and I do think it's appropriate to chart long patterns on the log chart. However, if we go to the non-logarithmic axes, well, you see here that we didn't even break down yet. What we have here is just a rising channel, and for now, we're touching the bottom, we're retesting it, and most likely, we're going to go back up to here, then we're going to go back down to here, then back up, then back down, then back up, then back down, and most likely, unless we see really a breakout down here, a confirmation, and then a way back down, well, that would be very, very bad, because if we go back here, well, as you know, on a wedge pattern, the target is actually the bottom of the wedge. So if we broke out here and I draw a line taking us all the way back down, oh guys, I don't even want to show you this almost, but I have to. This would bring us back to 19,240 Bitcoin. Guys, I think this is so unlikely. This would mean it's the beginning of the bear market, and so far the fundamentals and everything is right now pointing to this bull market continuing for at least a couple more months. So if we do see a dip down here, personally, I'm probably going to use it as a massive buying opportunity, because I do think we're going to keep pumping towards the top. And one last thing I wanted to show you, which is again a cause for concern, but like I said, we don't have volume coming in, we don't have a breakout confirmation, is if we look here on the exponential curve that Bitcoin has been following so far since about the 21st of September. You could probably draw this line out a little bit longer, but you guys get the point. We have here more or less an exponential curve that Bitcoin is being followed for the past couple of months, actually more like 6 months, and right now we have currently broken below this curve. But as you can see, once again, the volume is very low and we haven't gone back up to retest this and confirm the downwards breakout. So once again, yes, this is a sign that we need to be alert right now, but the alarm bells haven't started ringing just yet. Right now, the guy is ready to ring the alarm bell, but he's not ringing it yet because we still don't have a confirmation of any kind of crisis forming on the charts. Now, just because I don't want to leave you guys with so much negative news, I'll give you the positive price target if Bitcoin actually goes back into the logarithmic rising wedge and decides to break towards the upside, which is what Bitcoin usually does, especially in a bull market. Let me show you how crazy that price target is going to be. All right, guys, let's move the graph a little bit to the left. And once again, we had this very pessimistic breakdown target of around 19,000 Bitcoin, which I really don't see that playing out. But if we were to break up above this wedge pattern, well, because we're on the logarithmic scale, obviously the line is going to auto scale. But look, guys, if we break out, I don't know, let's say around here, well, that's going to take us all the way to, what do you see here? Do you see 6 figures? Because I do. It's going to take us all the way to 105,000 US dollars. So that is then the bull case scenario for this wedge, which personally, if you ask me, I think that's more likely than us breaking back down to 19,000 right now. So guys, within the short term, a couple of months, 100,000 Bitcoin is all of a sudden not looking so crazy anymore. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you found this video valuable and you think more people should be getting this information, make sure you smash up that like button so YouTube knows that this video needs to be shared to more people who are interested in this topic right now. I know personally there's millions of us, and usually I only get a couple, not even 100 views on this video. So please smash up that like button so YouTube makes sure more people that need this information get it. And if you got smarter with me today and you want to see more from me almost every single day, make sure to smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. And of course, if you are interested in trading and you want to find a platform to do that, feel free to use my Bybit referral link down below, and you might get a little something extra if you use that referral link. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!